You've probably heard it before. I have bad knees. It runs in the family. Or I can't lose weight. It's just my genes. For decades, we've been led to believe that our DNA is a ticking time bomb, hardwired to bring about disease, decline, and even deterioration. But what if I told you that it's not how it works at all? What if the power wasn't in your DNA, but in your daily decisions? Today we're kicking off a new series that unpacks one of the biggest myths in health and aging. And that's the idea that your genetics control your destiny. We'll explore how science is rewriting the rules and proving that ability, not age or ancestry, determines your future. Today on the Personalized Fitness Podcast. Good day and welcome to the Personalized Fitness Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. Here we are, as always, dispelling the myths of health, fitness, and wellness. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personalized Fitness, and today we're jumping into a brand new section of our series based on my book, The Lie of Age. In this genetics series, we're going to tackle the idea that your genes lock in your future. It's ridiculous. And we're going to break that idea into a million little evidence-backed pieces to show you that your genes do not control your future. We're here to show you that your DNA is not a death sentence. Now, this is episode 1 in a 5-part series. And as always, if you have any questions about today's episode, reach out to us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. You can email me at garrett@personalizedfitness.com. That's Garrett, just like Levi Garrett, garrett@personalizedfitness.com. You can find us on Facebook at Personalized Fitness or on X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, at Team PE. And don't forget to check out our website, personalizedfitness.com. All right, let's get started. Now, I know you've heard this. This is not uncommon. We've been told for generations that genes are like an unchangeable blueprint. You inherit them from your parents, and that's it. You either knock it out of the park, you hit the jackpot, or you're doomed to a future of bad joints, heart disease, or even memory loss. But the truth is genetics are not your destiny. They're more like a set of instructions that your body can choose to follow or ignore, based completely on how you live, based on what we've talked about all the time, and that is fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, and of course mindset, and which we're hoping we're going to change your mindset on genes today. We now know that only about 10% of diseases or disease risk is truly hard-coded into your DNA. And by the way, that's what we know now. As you'll see through the series, we're still studying all this. The human body, we've been studying it since the early 1500s. We still don't know everything about it. And right now, we've got it narrowed down to about 10%. The other 90%, that's all about what they call epigenetics. And that's a fancy word for how your environment, behavior, and lifestyle influence the expression of your genes. Now, I talked about epigenetics in a previous podcast. Now, let me give you a quick analogy here. Think of your DNA like a piano. The keys are all there. Some high notes, some low notes. Some are beautiful, some maybe not so much. But just because a piano has a certain set of keys doesn't mean every player will use them in the same way. You're the pianist. Your lifestyle is the music you create. One study from Harvard, the now famous counterclockwise study, took a group of elderly men and immersed them in a 1959 environment. Now, I talked about this study on previous podcasts, so if this seems familiar, I'm You'll know why now. But this environment included music, magazines, decor, all from 20 years earlier. And after just 5 days, their posture improved, their strength returned, and even their eyesight got better. The message: what we believe about aging and ability affects the way our bodies function. Now, this also speaks to the series that we did on mindset, why that has so much to do with it. And it goes even deeper than just belief. In a study published in Cell Metabolism, one intense workout session changed the expression of nearly 10,000 genes, some responsible for inflammation, fat metabolism, mitochondrial function, and muscle repair. Now, that was just one workout. You're not stuck with a bad hand. You're holding a deck of potential, and every single choice you make reshuffles that deck. Here's the other thing. Many people who blame their health conditions on genetics are often repeating patterns they've seen modeled. I mean, grandma had diabetes. Mom did too. So it's evidently in the genes. But that family, they all ate the same way. They all moved the same way, or didn't. You've heard me use the example before with a client of mine. It's a real example, where he told me that his fat was hereditary. And I asked him, what do you mean? He said, well, my daddy had all his right here in his stomach too. Turns out that he ate just like his daddy. His activity level was just like his daddy. I mean, literally, their menus for some of the meals they had were identical. The amounts were identical. So that's not hereditary. That's lifestyle. This series is going to dig into that. We'll talk about real-world examples of people overcoming genetic limitations. We'll look at the science of longevity and how people in so-called blue zones are living past 100. Not because of their DNA, but because of how they move, think, eat, and connect. Another way of saying that, depending on their fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, and, of course, mindset. We'll dive deep into the science of epigenetics. We'll bust myths like the slowing metabolism, inherited heart disease, and cognitive decline. And most importantly, we'll do what my book is intended to do. We'll give you hope. Because you're not your genetics. You are your choices. If this message resonated with you, if you've ever blamed your body for something you thought you couldn't control, well, stick with us. For the rest of this genetic series, you're going to be empowered, encouraged, and most of all, equipped to take control. And of course, if you have any questions or want help customizing a plan to take control of your health, well, you can reach out to us. Call us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. You can email me directly at Garrett, Garrett, at personalizedfitness.com. Feel free to visit us at personalizedfitness.com or follow us on X at Team PE and Facebook at Personalized Fitness. Stay tuned. Your DNA is not a sentence. It is a suggestion. The pen is still in your hand, and the next chapters of your health are yours to write. Remember, you're the pianist. No matter if the keys are there in front of you, you get to select which ones you're going to play. Because belief, not biology, it is what determines your trajectory. And that's just one more way Personalized Fitness helps you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.